What's up, Big Steppers, man? I'm out here, Treasure Island. It looked a lot better though, so I came down here like kind of, not right after the hurricane, but like last month, well, December, so right before the year ended, like a month after, basically. And it looked real bad. But right now, you can see like that house, bro. God bless the people that were in there, who house this was, right? Like their house is done. This is no longer a house, bro. Shit is done. All this messed up, all this. But the thing is, the people who had 2-story homes and even the condos, like when I came down here like a month and a half ago, it was their garage doors. Like their garage doors was messed up, bro. But yeah, so this how it's living out here, man. Stuff's still kind of crazy. You can see all in their house. That was a stove, everything. Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to show y'all this stuff real quick. There's some more messed up stuff over there, but I had to at least show y'all that one. All right, y'all, let me get up out of here, man. I really just came out here to shoot some shorts content, but I wanted to, got to get my long form content game up. So I wanted to tap back in with y'all for a little bit on the long form. Basically, man, I came down here to shoot some shorts content. I'm about to be talking about, some stuff, college and different perspectives. Well, I guess to start over a little bit, I just got some breakfast this morning. Oh, shoot. Breakfast was real good. Let me walk a little bit. Breakfast was really good. Went to this place out here near Treasure Island. It's like a more mom and pop spot. So that was cool. Had a nice, healthy breakfast. And what's going on, man? Do some good filming. And I decided to really get out here to just get by the water for a little second. On my Sundays, I like to really take it easy. It's helping me just, as far as staying more consistent with the recording process, just record in one day, like record more in one day. But anyway, so after I had the breakfast, which was real good, came here. Excuse me. Came here. Something in the water. I came here just to, clear my mind and also do some filming right by the water today for the shorts. And thought I'd just tap in with y'all from a real estate perspective and just a life perspective too. So I just hired a cold caller, posted that video up. It was the interview video. Take a look at it if you haven't saw it. A lot of good value as far as the content that was in there. Only because, and wait, real quick, bro, it'd be sunny out here. Like, the hat is not enough. When it comes to being on the beach in Florida, you need to have a hat and glasses. If you don't have a hat and glasses, you're really just missing out. You're missing out because it looked way better when you're looking at the water with glasses on than just having a hat. That's why on one of those shorts y'all saw me, I still was squinting. So anyway, I like to run in these short glasses. These are good running glasses because even when you're running, you want to make sure that you're able to see some stuff. Oh, look at this. You got a little, I don't know what it is. I think I have the Kansas City hat. All right, what's up, bro? It's like a plane. I don't know if y'all can see it, but there's like I'm trying to figure out how to explain it. I didn't know. Yo, I messed it up, yo. Anyway, this place was really killed by the hurricane as well. Like, it was killed by the hurricane. I think we were a little... I'll probably show y'all a little bit like around this Treasure Island area. It's crazy how they were like, but I mean, you see it's right on the water. That's what I can say about living in South Florida versus like living in this part of Florida. It's dope because this part of Florida, like, it's more like South Florida in a lot of ways. The parts that's like touristy, it doesn't even feel real. Like, it's just so new. It's like all new and modern, and it doesn't feel like real, like you live in a real city. When I lived in South Florida, I was living like on Las Olas. I saw some of the stuff. But the thing is, when you cross those tracks and you get into like the real Broward County, from the standpoint if you living in, Fort Lauderdale, when you get into the real Broward County, like you see like a different, like you see a real area, but even that area, it just feels different than like up here in Tampa and St. Pete. It just feels more real here, like just natural, like a real city. Like even, it's just because a lot of stuff is older, but it ain't really older. It's like, I don't know how to really explain it. I just say the feeling, it just feels more like a real city. But I like it. Yo, the water is coming in crazy. All right, anyway, get back to what I was talking about. So I'll show y'all how it looks around here. But when it comes to this person that I've hired, the new hire for real estate, it was an interesting week as far as just training the new hire. Biggest thing that was interesting is just being able to manage my schedule, because I actually did a training versus like the last time I hired somebody. When it came for cold calling, I just like hired them and just told them to go, like, you know what I'm saying, just start calling. We spent like one day, I got them onboarded to the system, and then they just started calling. But it's a major difference when you have somebody that's consistently, you know what I'm saying, you tapping in with them and they feel like they're in part of a culture. So I implemented a lot of the things that I actually learned in the stint when I had to re-enter the workforce, as far as just learning how they had their systems in place when it came to training people. That was the biggest thing that I say, like, it's really just, it's a major mentality shift and perspective shift when you actually train somebody versus hiring somebody and just putting them to work. That's why I didn't hire a cold caller from an agency. When you hire cold callers from agencies, I felt like you more, like, some people like it because you hands off, right? Like, you hands off from the perspective, you don't have to touch them, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to really tap in with them. They hire somebody to make sure that they're checking in on them and figuring out progress reports and all that kind of stuff. But it's a major difference when you're actually the person that's right there with them. So yeah, I'm enjoying the process though. All in all, it was interesting this week though, because basically this whole week I just trained like every day. So the schedule is from 9 to 2. I feel like this can be helpful for somebody, you know what I'm saying, if you're thinking about hiring a cold caller or something. But anyway, the schedule that I have is 9 to 2 during the week. So Monday to Friday, 9 to 2. And then Saturday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So in total, it's 5 hours a day, 30 hours a week at $5 an hour. So you do the math on that. That being said, one deal covers their monthly salary, right? But at the same time, I have to be willing to invest the time to be able to train them up. You feel me? So that's the biggest thing I was not willing to do before, that now I'm more so willing to do. So yeah, anyway, we'll see how everything work out. I got faith. Really got a lot of faith in that she's doing that she's improving, and then also that she's getting more comfortable with the script and all those kind of things. And also I'm improving my data. And that's what's the biggest thing, like hiring somebody, it's allowing me to work on different areas that I really enjoy, but at the same time that are necessary for growth of the business and also just, development of the business and all. And that's number one thing is data, right? Like, you can be calling all day, but if you're not calling the right people, then, you're kind of playing yourself. So that being said, yeah, data has been another thing I've been focusing in on. This week I'll be able to focus in a little bit more on it, so that's fun. When it comes to just, I guess you can say life in general, man, I've just been chilling, you know what I'm saying? Chilling. My dog has been going through I got him neutered, and he's you know, he's healing. That's what I'll say. He's healing. But even with him healing, it's a lot. It's a lot because the wound opened up twice, y'all. Like it was a lot. I ain't gonna lie. It's been a lot. But I just been, you know what I'm saying, keeping the faith because I love him. And it's actually like when he hurt, it's like, damn, like I don't want him to hurt. So yeah, it kind of is whack. And he ain't himself, you know what I'm saying? He'd be like out here right now having fun, but he got to be at home. And since he got reopened, he been in the stitches a little bit longer. He got probably like another 2 weeks, bro. It's a lot. But that being said, Majestic is still alive and well and happy. So in case you were wondering. Anyway, that's about it for y'all, man. I just tap it in with y'all. I'm about to go ahead and film these little shorts. Got some more long form content coming this week. Maybe this will be something I do. Just give y'all a little week update. Just a little general update. Trying to think if I missed any. Oh yeah, just real quick, we'll gloss over that property. Got our first property here in Florida under contract. It was a land deal. The land deal was a really, it was a great deal at first glance because it was a 2-for-1. That was the first deal. The 2-for-1, I dropped a longer video explaining this. It was a vertical form, so it might not even cross your feed. But with this one, basically, it's like it was a good deal up until the point where it wasn't a good deal. So good deal to the fact of like, on paper, I got it for what they bought it 3 years ago, which is 2 lots for the price of 1. The property itself would have been, let's just say conservatively 720, but I say 750, right? 750 for the ARV on it. If you take in 20%, following the 20% rule for the land, it would have been around 150, something like that for the 1 lot. And then you got another lot that was an inside lot that was not on the water. And I'm assuming like that's at least worth 50K, right? So I got it at 175. I'm like, this at least should sell under 200. Anyway, did not because something about the canal not being dredged out. And like I said, I dropped a longer form video on that was vertical, but it explained it, so you can check that out if you want to know more about it. But that's the long story short of it. It wasn't dredged out, so it didn't sell. Then I had another lot that I got under contract, and that lot just wasn't a good deal. It was like it was in an area where there were a lot of other lots for sale. I thought it stood out because it was a corner lot, but you know, it didn't happen. That being said, I'm entering a new market. So anytime you enter a new market, guys, the biggest thing is, you know, judging yourself on your contract to close ratio. You know, what's your ratio when it comes to how many you're putting under contracts and how many you're closing. Last year, our contract to close ratio was around 75%, right? So we had 12 deals that we put under contract, closed 9 of them. So we're around 75%. 75% was actually one of my better, actually was my best, most efficient year last year when it came to being able to do the deals. It was my most efficient year at 75%. Years before, and last year was a lot going on, right? So I had to be really efficient from the standpoint of like making sure that I had the time to put into that, because I was also working another job, and you know, I had things that were going on in my life that just made me like, yo, I gotta be efficient if I'm gonna do it. Thankfully, I was efficient. Last year was also our most successful year as far as revenue, but that being said, it was the least amount of deals we ever closed. Most successful because it was the most amount we ever made per deal last year within those 9 transactions, right? So that being said, that moving into a different market is a major difference, because when you're moving into a different market, your contract to close ratio is going to drop. This year, successful, what I look at just me being realistic, knowing myself, I'm a shooter. Shooter's gonna shoot, bro. Like, I know myself, I'm a shooter. I'm a riskier person, right? So I take risks. That being said, I believe in the numbers. So I know, for me, 60 to 80% is a success, right? I figured the first half of this year will be around 60%, meaning per every 10 contracts that we put under contract, 10 properties, then we're at, let's say 3 out of 5, but it's the same thing. We get 6 of them, that'll be close, right? So every 3 contracts, every 5 that we put under contract, 3 will close. That is what I'm assuming as far as the first half of this year. That being said, the main reason this happens for me is because I learned from my mistakes when it comes to these contracts and these deals. I understand that, you know, you can't be like me with the dredged out property. I would have never known that this property had to be dredged out if I never, you know, took in this risk. I wouldn't have never known what dredged was. I never knew that, right? So that one, you know, that was one. I'm like, all right, I never knew that. The second one was a result of me just being a little too trigger happy. I'm like, yo, all right, you know, this is the person want to sell. All right, let's do it. But that one I really could have saw only because there were so many other lots around it that I could have, you know, comped it off of. But it was like me just looking at it, being eager, right? So that being said, me knowing those, now this next property that we come across, that we put under contract, is going to be the deal. It's going to be the deal because just me knowing my numbers for one, but also me learning from my mistakes. So I'm already could have put more properties under contract, but I'm a big believer in you can't just put a property under contract. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a headache and more of a failure and a loss and just the overall nuisance to have a bad deal than to have no deals at all. Because when you have a bad deal, your reputation is being risked, but then also your time is being spent pushing a bad deal, whereas you could have been pushing a good deal, right? Or finding a good deal. So that being said, we learn from our mistakes, which is the biggest thing here. Don't be afraid to take risks is another huge thing, guys. I've had some of my greatest deals just off me being able to take risks. Another huge thing though, as I being able to scale the business and scale the real estate side of things, is being able to have somebody that's going to keep staying in motion while I am, you know, being able to be the risky person that I am. So me being able to have my my cold caller team member in place to be able to keep calling and keep with the outsourcing the leads, as I do, you know, decide on cherry picking which ones we actually pursue and which ones we have actually do it on. It's a different kind of feeling having leads hit your phone, because I got my CRM linked to the dialer now, right? So bro, it's a major different feeling having leads just hit my phone. Because, you know, like I said, last week, every day I was training for her. I was training the team member like basically 4 hours a day, right? 4 hours a day, 1 hour a day, she was really working. And I was getting occasionally, you know, 2, 1, not really the best deals. It was just, you know, something, you know, good. It was showing proof of concept. But this week, we're about to ramp it up this week, and I'm really excited about what's going to happen this week. Just a lot of things have changed. She's more comfortable. I'm more comfortable with the data that I'm providing. And, you know, she's more comfortable when it comes to her and with the actual script, right? All right, so I bounced around a lot. I'm saying a lot here. Like I said, we already went over the big three, really to take away, guys. When it comes to this real estate thing, man, you know, there's no right or wrong way to do it, but I think that the biggest way to do it is just follow the number. The more I've honed in my numbers, the more I've noticed trends within myself, right? The more I've looked at the numbers, the more I've noticed trends within myself. And it's giving me confidence just because my numbers seem to ring true. I went through the years and I'm like, yo, this is that. And I've evaluated the reasons why. I'm like, yo, so this year is why I came across the 60 to 80%. 80% is on the high end, and I expect that to be at the back half of the year, as we always are more efficient and more effective at the back half of the year. But especially this year, moving into a different market full time. Moving into a different market full time, you gotta learn the rules of the market. But having a bad deal is really a great thing too. So, all right, this is the last thing. I'm gonna let y'all go, man. After this, I'm about to kick it, like I said, do some filming on the shorts. I'm about to drive around, do some driving around, looking at some real estate out here. And yeah, I got some other things to do later tonight. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the rest of the weekend, and then I'm back to it in the morning. So just to end it up real quick, the good thing about having a bad deal, quote unquote, that's the best part about it though, is because you learn a lot about people, guys. You learn a lot about people when you have bad deals. You learn more about people when you have a bad deal than when you have a good deal. And let me explain to you quickly what I mean. So when you have a good deal and you send it to somebody, whether it be a buyer or somebody that you're looking to, you know, partner with or JV with on a wholesale deal, right? Whatever the case may be, when you have a good deal and you send it their way, like, it's gonna be a buyer gonna hit you back right away. The guy or the person, the girl, whoever it is that you send it to for a JV, they're gonna hit you back right away. If they value the relationship, right? And sometimes they don't even have to value the relationship, they just value the deal. Now, when it comes to having a bad deal, when you send it to a buyer and when you send it to a wholesaler or a person you're looking to JV with, if they value the relationship, they're going to hit you back and they go, you know, just say, hey, I don't think it's a deal for me. That's enough in this industry, bro. That's really enough. If somebody gives you an explanation why, that just speaks to even much more how they value the relationship, right? That being said, that's the biggest thing. Now, when it comes to how you figure this out, is when you realize you ain't got no traction with one of the deals that you throw out there, you ain't really got no emotion with it, ain't nobody really messing with it, then what you want to do is throw that deal out to other JV people or other people that you wouldn't normally work with, but you just want to see how they respond. If they respond in a way like, yo, respectable from the standpoint of like, yo, this ain't gonna work, then okay, dope. You work with them on great deals and good deals too, but at the same time, there's a thin line there. You don't consistently send out bad deals, right? You consistently send out bad deals and ain't nobody gonna hit you back just because they like, yo, this nigga don't know what he's talking about. So, or this person don't know what he's talking about, whatever the case may be, right? So that being said, it's definitely a thin line there. And that's why you learn from your mistakes and you know your percentages and you know like, oh, this gotta be that, this gotta be this, as far as learning your percentages. Like I said, right now, 0 for 2 here in Florida when it comes to getting the deals here in Florida, right? So 0 for 2, so that means, you know, the next deal is a close. That's just how that works. That's how that works historically within everything that I've done. And by the way, with me, when I say like we close 9 deals, that doesn't mean we close 9 properties. I look at a deal as a one transaction. So we had a couple multi-transactions, so more than 9 properties. It's the same thing when it comes to this year, right? We had 2 properties under contract with that last deal, but I still look at it as one deal, right? So that was two deals at the end of the day, 2 deals. So 0 for 2, bro, we about to go on a run. We're gonna get that 3 for 5 percentage, get us back to a base level, 60, and then 4 for 5 we're really hitting. All right, big steppers, I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Tune into the shorts this week. And then also, like I said, we're gonna tighten up on the long form content when it comes to the YouTube as well. I'm walking around here, I might include a couple pictures of some scenery around here. I wanna show y'all this house, the crazy, got ate up by the hurricane, got ate up. So, that's it, man. You gotta, when it comes to real estate, I'm always a proponent, you know what I'm saying, of doing things myself. I'm a lone wolf when it comes to a lot of things, but I understand having strategic partnerships because that's how I've been most successful in real estate, right? Like I understand what I'm good at. I know what I'm good at, I know what I'm great at, and I know what I could be better at, and I know what I can use assistant at. So, me knowing those areas is what I, look for in certain people and in certain relationships when it comes to business-wise. And I'm also, when it comes to being just cool and talking stuff, that's how I be kicking it too, y'all. Like on a day-to-day basis, bro, I'll be kicking it, chilling. I know who I can just chop it over with type stuff. But then when it comes to real estate, that's just a different kind of beast, different kind of animal. And when it comes to this content creation, it's so much natural and easy for me to just document my real estate life. But I be having a little fun in my day-to-day life too. So this new camera I got, it's a DJI Osmo. I want to show y'all what it is. Maybe I'll take a picture of it. But anyway, I'll show y'all what it is. It's helping me, you know what I'm saying, just be able to pull the little camera out. So I might be taking y'all a little bit around with me. The thing fitting, it's like this big, literally, it's like that big. So it fit anywhere. So I might be pulling that out a little bit, you know what I'm saying, getting y'all involved just more on a day-to-day. And man, I already know what it is. Athletes Entrepreneur is more than a transition, right? It's more than just a complete formation. It's more of a natural transition. It's more of a natural metamorphosis. People can't be athletes all their life, but every athlete is an entrepreneur. When you think of that, like that's really the real reality of the situation. Every athlete is an entrepreneur, especially, bro, kids are getting paid for sports now, right? Kids getting paid for sports, they're definitely entrepreneurs. I think that there's an opportunity out here for the perspective to be shifted, as it already has been with kids being paid for sports, just a little bit, shifted a little bit, longer because I know what comes with having quick money and especially being an athlete, like, athletes are forever athletes. But that being said, when it comes to being a kid and just having quick money, then you want to, you should do something with it. You should do something with it productive. And being able to do something with it productive at a young age, it'll help you in times when you you know, you can put money away and forget about it. I've done that a few times and it's helped me out a few times, right? Put it away, forgot about it until you like, oh shit, I didn't even know I had that. So yeah, that's all athletes entrepreneur is about, bro, from an investment perspective, but then also, you know, every athlete is an entrepreneur, just how they carry themselves on a day-to-day. All right, I'm talking too much. Let me get to the shorts content. It shouldn't take me too long, and then we're gonna chill out for a little bit. Until next time, man, as always, tune into the school community if you guys would like to get access to the courses and to the content that's in there in the school community. The link will be in the description. Enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday, man. All right, enjoy the rest of y'all week, rest of y'all day. Live life. Till next time, as always, get to stepping. I'm about to take me a little gander around the city, a little gander around the candy. I'm gonna show you this one last one. That's it. But yeah, like these, so like, that's one thing I say, man, to live in certain parts of Florida, bro, your bread gotta be right. Like you gotta make sure your money is right because you're risking starting over. Like you're risking starting completely over if a hurricane hit, stuff like that. Now you can live in parts of Florida where you ain't right up on the beach and know how to deal with certain risk, right? Now, there's risk and reward. You gotta figure out what's worth it. If you got the money for the insurance and you got the, you know what I'm saying, you got another place to stay and you can, maybe this a second home, just a little beach house. A lot of these places around here are beach houses, right? Especially like right here. There are some people that live here, but you could tell because like I said, like look, this is how I look. Let me show you this. So when I came down here about a month after the storm, it was a lot of places like that. Like, you see how it's all messed up now. They were already on stilts, and I don't think they had garage doors, but there was a lot of people who even had garage doors, and everything was shot. Like, everything was still messed up, bro. It was crazy. But yeah, so like, you can even see this spot right here. All this little stuff. They built, like I said, this place is crazy. They rebuilt it a lot, just from that little time. But, all right, big steppers, man. I'm done showing y'all this stuff. I just wanted to show y'all. I think it's really cool to see because you think about certain things, and especially if you don't really you never really seen this area. It's like, yeah, it's cool to live, you know what I'm saying, right by the water, but I understand what come with it, bro. I understand what come with it. But like, see people like this, they were good during the storm. See, they were good. It's just like the garage door was off or something light. You can see, you know. That's it, y'all. It's little hotels, vacation homes, vacation rental by owner, VRBO, all that little stuff. All right, I'm about to go ahead and get up out of here, man. Just want to show y'all this real quick. I keep saying that, but for real, I'm out of here. Until next time, as always, you know what to do. Just stepping. Hey.